Look how he came to the cafe. So sexy with that beret on his head. I was setting some notification tones last night on my phone, and I was going between Wesker's voice from Resident Evil, if some of you know that game, and Silas's voice, because I was setting different Wesker's voice on something and Silas's voice on something else, and I realized they've got like a similar, like, throaty, deep voice. It was just like, no wonder I love them. Look how dashing he looks with what he's chosen to wear. So I think we're going to follow a similar kind of plan when it comes to Rafayel and then Xavier. So I think I'm going to incorporate an anecdote and then go to the memories and see what memories we can look at there. Like I said in Zane's previous video, I want to mainly focus on some background lore so we can get through all of that, so that we can actually continue with the main story in the game. And then after we complete all the main story chapters of all the new things, then we can head back to the men and have a look at all the nice romantic memories, which I really want to get into, but I also want to just finish the main story itself as well. So we'll start with the anecdote, a unique vermilion, and then, yeah, go from there. So, number 1, unfinished work. Thomas says, please excuse my noisy, squeaky-ass chair. It needs to learn to just shut up. Thomas's art exhibition begins in a week. Raphael's art covers almost all of the walls except for one. Thomas announced that on the opening day, Raphael's magnum opus would be there. However, until then, no one can see it, not even his sponsors. Of course, only Thomas knows that Raphael's magnum opus is still... He finally finds Raphael in the storage room after running around for a long time. Thomas stops to catch his breath. He wipes the sweat off his forehead with one hand and airs himself with his collar. "You're here, not going to take a bath today?" Raphael doesn't spare Thomas a glance, his eyes focused on the building in front of him. It's a fortress made from thousands of identical pieces of fishbone, each tower a different height. "I knew you'd bother me, so I locked the bathroom door from the inside, but then I forgot to go." Raphael weighs a small bone in his hand, thinks for a bit, then places it on the top left corner of the fortress. Thomas furrows his brow. "And the key?" "I don't know." "Fish brain," Thomas mutters. He takes note of what Raphael is building. "You haven't even finished your painting yet. Why are you making this?" "Maybe it's because I can't paint right now." Feeling anxious, Thomas feels any work of Raphael's is a masterpiece. He takes a step. "This is pretty good. Why don't we use this as your final piece? People can also see our great painter's installation art." Raphael glanced at him. "You want me to rebuild this at the exhibition? It's 2,000 pieces. I don't have that much time." Thomas deflates like a balloon. He massages his temples and says, "The sponsors called me again today. They're very worried about the situation regarding the final piece. I know you don't care about these things, but it's not just about you. It's also about my reputation. I can't... we can't mess this up. Sorry, the music is so loud I can't focus on my reading, so..." Raphael picks up a large fishbone, holds it in the air, then puts it back on the table. He focuses on the building, completely ignoring Thomas. Seeing Raphael ignore him, Thomas becomes exasperated and says, "You've been painting for a while. Why don't you let me take a look?" Inside the studio, a painting as tall as the wall is covered in wet paint, filling the air with the smell of minerals. Thomas fancies himself as someone who understands art, but if he's being honest with himself, he can't tell what's missing from this piece. It's already good enough. Thomas snaps back from his daze and asks, "Isn't this already perfect?" "It's missing a color." Raphael massages his temples, looking distressed. "Without that, this painting isn't complete." "Is one color really important? It's already pretty stunning." "Why don't we just display this first, then add the color after?" Thomas withdraws himself from the painting, his mind filled with many thoughts. "Paintings I haven't finished will never be released to the public." Raphael glances at Thomas's expression. "Don't even think about it. If you move this painting, I'll burn it." Thomas purses his lips. "You're a man of your word." "Fine, but there has to be a deadline. How about 2 days? Or 3? I can't give you any more than that." Closing his eyes, Raphael nods. Number 2, missing color. 3 days pass in the blink of an eye. Thomas still hasn't heard from Raphael. With no other alternatives, he returns to the island. On the beach not so far away, a thick branch dances across the sand. The man holding it stands up from time to time to look at the drawing. "I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Everything is ready. Why would I lie to you? Thomas shifts his phone from left to right, then right to left. You know his temper. No one can see the painting until the opening of the exhibition. You're all the same. Ending his call with the sponsor's manager, Thomas walks towards the man drawing on the beach. It's been 3 days, Thomas says when he's close to Rafayel. Mr. Artist, we have 4 days left until the exhibition. What are you doing? Did you go blind already? Rafayel stands up and props the branch up with his right hand. At his feet, a drawing of the sea is in the sand. If only you drew this at the exhibition. What's the point of having it here? After admiring his work, Thomas quickly asks, Did you find that color? Rafayel slams the stick into the sand twice. If I did, I wouldn't be drawing here, he says, slightly frustrated. Sighing, Thomas puts his hands on his waist. Let's go to my friend's pigment factory. There are thousands of colors there, you're bound to find the one you want. No, Rafayel says. Those have been chosen countless times by other people. I will never let them be in my painting. Thomas sighed. I knew you'd be like this. I wouldn't have suggested this if I could afford to wait any longer. Chuckling, he continues in a whispered tone. You were like this when we first met. Looking up at the endless blue sea, Thomas closes his eyes. I remember back then, I compared myself to you. Thomas recalls that time when he was still passionate about art. Number 3. Passionate colours. At a charity event, his painting just so happened to be displayed alongside Rafayel's. Thomas had heard of Rafayel before. He thought he stood a chance against him. If his painting sold for a price higher than Rafayel's, then he would become famous overnight. With that thought, Thomas went to the exhibit early. This time their works were quite similar in tone. Comparing the two, he noticed Rafayel's was more unique, yet he didn't want to admit it. Thomas always thought his work was better than everyone else's. But those who approached the two paintings only admired Rafayel's and ignored Thomas's. Thomas reassured himself. These people only cared about Rafayel's name. They didn't know anything about the true meaning of art. Near the end of the exhibition, an old man approached the paintings. Thomas recognized this old man as a famous art collector. Finally, someone who knew art. When the old man stopped in front of the two paintings, his eyes looked only at Rafayel's piece. Such a passionate color. Only Mr. Rafayel could convey emotions like this. Thomas was consumed by jealousy. Mr. Thomas's painting is pretty good too, right? The old man took his glasses off. He glanced at Thomas's painting, waved his hand, and said, The red's off. Thomas's painting wasn't sold for a good price that night. It was the same night he decided to let himself visit Rafayel. Number 4. Carefree painter. Rafayel only let him in when he heard Thomas was also an artist. That was the first time Thomas met him. Thomas wanted to have an artistic discussion with Rafayel about colours, but Rafayel didn't seem interested. He just sat at his desk mixing colours in paper cups. Thomas asked if he knew his painting sold at a high price. Without lifting his head, Rafayel asked, Which one? The one at the charity event. Oh. At his lukewarm response, Thomas was confused. Do you not want to know how much you sold it for? As long as it benefits the charity, I don't care how much money it makes, Rafayel said. Then mumbled about the paint lacking something. He picked up his brush and looked for some colour on his palette. Recalling the old man's critique, Thomas asked, What brand of paint do you use? As if he had never heard of that word before, Rafayel finally looked up at Thomas. Brand? Worried that Rafayel wouldn't tell him, Thomas decided to lay out his choice of paints first. Madeline, Bailey, Curio, those are the brands I use. I'll trade some with you. Rafayel stirred the contents of the paper cup with a small brush. It took him a while to say, Thanks, but I can make it myself. Thomas took a deep breath. Is this the attitude of a famous artist? How did you make the red in your painting then? He asked. Rafayel made a line on a piece of paper with the paint from the paper cup. Satisfied, he looked up at Thomas again. Are you here because you want to learn from me? Hearing this, Thomas felt a little irritated, but he knew that to learn the truth he had to let go of his pride. If you tell me, I'll make you even more famous. Rafayel took the paint he mixed to his canvas. I don't paint for fame. Thomas returned to the present, opening his eyes to gaze at how the waves lapped the sand. He feels sentimental. After that, I studied business to become your manager. To be honest with you, I was stunned the first time I saw your work. I couldn't believe that someone as talented as you existed. So, I believe in your talent. You wouldn't be stopped by artist's block. You'd... Turning back, Thomas's words stopped in his throat. Rafayel's figure moves further and further away, eventually becoming a small dot in the distance. Okay. Number 5. Drastic measures. With 2 days left until the exhibition, Thomas decides to take matters into his own hands. Darkness covers the sea and the island, and the studio is lit up by the moonlight filtering through the window. Thomas sneaks inside. He glances around, and when he doesn't see any signs of Rafayel, he fixes his gaze on the giant painting leaning against the wall. His footsteps are silent as he moves toward it. He puts on the gloves he brought with him, kneels, and tries to pick up the painting. Okay, if it's a ceiling, floor-to-ceiling painting, how do you plan on moving that fucking shit on your own? Right at this moment, someone comes out from the shadows. The air is filled with the sound of a match being lit. Thomas shouts, "What are you doing with that match?" Rafayel glares at Thomas. "If that painting moves even 1 centimeter, I will light it on fire." Okay, fine, don't do it. Thomas takes several steps back. Rafayel, match in hand, stands near the painting. His gaze doesn't leave Thomas. With the match so close to the painting, Thomas's heart almost jumps out of his chest. Hurriedly, he says, "I moved it at most 9 millimeters. It has moved 1 centimeter. You can see for yourself." Rafayel's gaze shifts, but he doesn't look at the painting. Rather, he stares at Thomas's feet. "Move, you're stepping on my conch." The wooden board Rafayel has slept on since noon rests in the corner. Thomas turns on the light and moves it aside. How can you even sleep on it? Are you seriously doing this just so you can guard your painting? The lights flicker on. Thomas notices what Rafayel is holding. A conch he's never seen before. He clicks his tongue, puts his arms on his waist, and glares at Rafayel. There are 2 days left until the exhibition, and you're here trying seafood. Rafayel looks at Thomas for a few moments before he says, "Do you think of nothing else other than eating nature's creations when you see them?" Thomas takes a moment to think. "You want to use it as paint?" "Yep." Rafayel wipes the conch with the utmost care. "The color I need might be in here." Thomas, after a moment of shock, grabs Rafayel's arm. "Then what are you waiting for? Hurry up and start painting!" Rafayel pulls his arm away and says, "I can't paint right now. It'll take me at least 3 days to get the paint out." 3 days! Thomas felt as though he had been struck by lightning. Taking a deep breath, he asks, "Is it possible to extract the color in 1 day?" Rafayel pats Thomas's shoulder. "Nope." Excitement fades from Thomas's face. On the night before the exhibition, Thomas calls Rafayel for the 10th time, but to no avail. He takes a deep breath. He knew he could be like this. Thankfully, Thomas has a plan. It's not the greatest plan, but at this rate, he has to give it a go. Number 6, a unique legend. It's been 3 days since the end of the exhibition. A mountain of conches sit in the corner of the studio, leading up to an assortment of paints. Pieces of conch shells are scattered across the floor. Rafayel stands in front of the painting with a brush. In his left hand, a roughly thumb-sized blotch of color stands out among his colorful palette. Thomas drifts into Rafayel's studio with a smile. He sits at the coffee table and pours himself a cup of coffee. Glancing at Rafayel, he says, still smiling, "You don't need to keep painting. The exhibition is over." Rafayel doesn't turn around. He drags his brush across the painting. "I hung a frame on the wall, gave it a strange name, and called it a day. Everyone who came said it was the pinnacle of art. Who knew that a magnum opus could be so easily replaced with a frame? Maybe I still have some artistic talent in me." Seeing Rafayel ignoring him, Thomas's excitement fades. Putting down his coffee, Thomas goes up to Rafayel and looks at his painting. There are a few more touches of reddish purple in Rafayel's painting. It's the same bright color that's on his palette. Thomas furrows his brow. "Is this the color you've been looking for?" "Yes," Rafayel replies. Thomas takes a step back to take in the whole painting, then he moves closer. "I can't tell the difference between this and the claret violet from the factories." Rafayel looks at him speechless. Thomas glances at the conch shells nearby and asks, "Did you extract the color from those?" "Yeah, it's called Tyrian purple. It took 10,000 conches to get one Jeez. It's a completely different color from claret violet. You can't tell the difference, Mr. Manager." Thomas scratches his head. "Tyrian purple, right. I know. Decades of art history have long since faded from Thomas's mind, but he vaguely remembers that Tyrian purple is a shade more precious than gold, used only by ancient royal families. "But this color isn't rare anymore," Thomas says. "After all, technology is so advanced now." "It is rare though." Rafayel dabs his paintbrush and paints another stroke into the painting. "Do you remember the vermilion you were looking for so many years ago?" Thomas doesn't turn around. "It's been so many years, I gave up looking for it. Besides, no matter how much I try, I could never mix a color as great as yours." He snorts. "A unique vermilion. Does that even exist?" "Of course it does," Rafayel said. "Vermilion is a super rare color in ancient times. You should know." "Well, yes, because the process back then wasn't as developed, and they didn't have the technology. They could only use bugs to make the color, so they'd need to take into account the cost of catching them and storing the materials. It's a very expensive process, so of course, it was rare. Thomas continues to calculate the total cost. It being labor intensive is one thing, but that's not the reason it's rare. Adding another stroke to the painting, Rafayel continues. An insect can only give so much red to a painter's work. The familiar nowadays can be easily synthesized with chemicals. Thomas doesn't understand Rafayel's point. Isn't that great though? More people can paint now. More paintings have the same pigments, made at the same factory at the same time, with the same chemicals and formulas, Rafayel says. No matter how much these people mix or tweak their pigments, they will always be confined to a set of rules. The color they make no longer comes from a unique bug, just like how claret violet doesn't come from a unique conch. With that, Thomas finally understands. The works of the painters in the days of yore are priceless because of the scarcity of their paintings. No one can reproduce their works, which makes them unique. There's nothing more precious than being one of a kind in this world. The same goes for color. With the last smear of Tyrian purple, Rafayel puts away his brush and looks at Thomas. This is the unique color I found. Thomas is dumbfounded. He looks back at Rafayel's painting, Tyrian purple and all, and it does seem a little different. Thomas can't tell what exactly had changed, but he knows this will be one of the most precious paintings in the world. A few months later, Rafayel's painting is displayed in a grand exhibition. A young and aspiring artist stands in front of the artwork and sneers. They say the most fantastical part of this piece is the reddish purple, but I don't see the difference between this and the one I mix with normal paints. After sending a businessman away with a smile, Thomas frowns. He walks up to the painter, straightens his posture and says, "Let me tell you, sir, this painting before you, with that reddish purple, is painted by the one and only Mr. Rafayel. He extracted this unique color from 10,000 conches, completely different from the manufactured one in your painting. That's what makes this shade fantastical, and that's one of the reasons why Mr. Rafayel is legendary." And you are not. It is true though, like painting, you are not confined to the paints you buy in store. There's so much within the environment and within, things that we buy and stuff that we could use as an art medium to create our paintings. The choices are endless. If you confine yourself only to paints, you're limiting yourself. Says the one here that hasn't painted in years and would like to so badly get back into painting. Now, I have Nightly Stroll, and then we still need to unlock this Ebb and Flow. We are so close to 55. It's so stupid that they set it so high, like really. And then we've got Rippling Blossoms, Memory, and Rising Tides. I was told that Rising Tides would be better to be read after reading these two, but I will reiterate, we will do Memoria Memories. We'll focus on that once we finish all the main chapter storylines in the game. But what I do want to focus on is the myths. The Bond memory also doesn't take too long, so I think let's head into Nightly Stroll and then we will go into Tears of Remuro, and we'll just obviously have to have a look on YouTube again, so the editing is going to be a little bit fast there, I think, because I really hate it that I've got to pause every 5 seconds to read, and it interrupts the flow of music and dialogue and everything. It just makes it a muck. So that's why I haven't been uploading as often, because the editing for these videos is actually just so long and tedious. I didn't read. We had just finished up work and we got called into the hospital. I think it was near midnight. That's what I read.
Rafayel! Oh, sorry I'm late. What happened? Are you all right? Rafayel?
Hello?
Who are you?
What?
You are... You do seem a bit familiar. Have we met before? It's been a while. I can't remember.
Rafayel, what are you talking about?
Yeah. It's me.
It's me.
Well then, miss, why are you here so late at night?
Didn't you call me to come visit you because you're injured?
Oh, really? When did I call you?
Is he yanking our chain? Like, is he just really just pulling our leg because he feels like it?
This morning.
This morning, huh? So you do remember. Do you know what time it is? It's been 800 years. Jellyfishes are walking naked. Sea turtles climb trees. Sharks are eating grass for free. And finally you remembered me. Any later and I would have been discharged from the hospital already.
This man is so dramatic.
An emergency mission came up.
Another mission. Ah, I
This
see.
poor man.
So I should assign you a mission next time I want to see you. Didn't show up. Didn't answer your phone. I thought you were in trouble. Sit down already. Stop looking like I'm picking on you or something.
You haven't answered my first question. Why are you in the hospital?
Because I'm injured, of course. I'm gravely ill.
Are you now?
He looks super energetic, though. Right. I brought you some fruit?
Oh, that's so sweet of you. I mean... Is that all you have? An apple?
It's already late, and there was only one fruit stall still open. This is the last apple.
Fine. I've been craving an apple all day. You know me so well. Knife's over there. Feed me?
Sure, boss. Who wants an apple?
Is it good?
If it's from you, yeah.
Where
No.
exactly are you hurt again?
My leg. It's in a cast.
Did he fall off a ladder again?
Is it that bad? What did you do?
Well, some kid was crossing the road without looking, so I pushed him out of the way. In the end, I fell and broke a bone.
Damn, okay. There's some serious pushy today.
So, will you have to stay here for a while then?
Don't tell anyone else. Those tabloids are gonna praise me nonstop again if they find out. I prefer to keep a low profile.
Really, is that so?
On my honor. Broken bones take time to heal, and even eating an apple takes effort. Maybe you can smuggle me out of here. The nurses are so mean. I can't even leave this room.
How am I supposed to smuggle someone out of a hospital?
Visiting time is up. Please leave.
Oh, okay.
Sure, okay.
Why didn't you knock? This is my private room. Ignore her, I'm the patient, so what I say goes.
Patient, huh? Mr. Raphael, you told me that you came out of the bathtub, stepped on a paintbrush, and twisted your ankle. What made you check yourself into the hospital? Rich people have weird hobbies.
He is so dramatic.
That's nonsense. You don't believe her, do you? I don't want to hear a word about this. I don't even want to hear you speak.
Oh, is someone upset?
Don't say it. Hold it in and swallow.
So that's how you got hurt.
Oh, these. Oh.
Your home must be quite a mess.
What's wrong with being messy? It's a known fact that only idiots put things in the correct spot. On the other hand, chaos is a mark of intelligence.
Time's up.
It's so noisy.
Take your cast off and get some rest. I'm going to head home worry-free.
Visits are half an hour, and you leave after only a few minutes?
You're doing just fine. I have work in the morning.
Wait for me.
Huh?
Let's go. What are we waiting for? Can't I be around you a while longer?
Oh.
All right.
I have never
Walking
met.
with you in a moonlit garden is a wonderful experience. Fun even.
We've only taken a few steps outside.
Doesn't matter. My ankle's twisted, so I'm moving slowly. No rush.
I see you're still in a good mood.
Hush, don't talk. I think I hear something screaming.
You're teasing me again, aren't you?
Why would I? You're not fun to tease.
You.
Shh.
You.
I really did hear something.
Is there a wanderer in the hospital?
Yeah, a wanderer. It could be that. Looks like it came from over there. Come on. Why don't we check it out?
The way I see it, you just don't want to go back to your room.
Yup, the sound came from over here. This pool changes out its water every night, so it's pretty clean. The fish are super fat. Maybe the cafeteria keeps them for food.
Oh wow. He didn't mean that, little fishies.
Look,
Aww.
a fish is stuck over there. Oh, the noise was just a clogged pipe.
Tail's caught.
Well, are we gonna help the damn fish instead of just staring at it?
Got it.
Your willingness to rescue strays? It's very worrisome.
Why?
What's so worrying about it?
One can never know what an innocent act of kindness means to someone.
What do you mean?
Since you have a naive perspective on life, allow me to tell you a story. Listen closely,
Look at
then
that
decide
ass.
whether or not to spread kindness wherever you go. A long, long time ago, I mean, a friend of mine.
Okay.
You have friends?
Why wouldn't I?
Hard to
Don't
believe.
interrupt me again. This friend of mine lives in the deep sea. And down there,
He's talking about
there isn't
himself.
very much, you know? Even the fish are ugly.
Very obvious, talking about
After a
himself.
while, he wanted to go to the surface and look around. One day, he did just that. But then, he found the surface to be as equally boring as the sea, so he went back home.
I'm feeling a little bored myself.
A little patience, please. I'm not even at the good part yet. So, anyway, on the way back, he got stranded on a beach.
Stranded?
Just like the fish from earlier. No way out, no hope, and waiting to die.
And then?
He met someone who did things without asking, like you, and she rescued him. Of course, the only reason she rescued him was because of his dashingly good looks. He was still very handsome, even when he was half dead. Unwittingly, the girl was drawn to him. Actually, we can say his otherworldly charm did him a few favors.
But your friend was rescued. Isn't that a good thing?
Rescued? It was the beginning of a tragedy. After that, the girl forgot all about him in the blink of an eye.
Mm.
What a fish brain. But for him, from that moment forward, the deep sea became a prison.
Because he fell in love with the girl who saved him?
Love? Yeah. Love. Now do you understand how dangerous the world is?
This friend is you, isn't
Well,
it?
what if it is me? I waited for her for a long, long time, and she never appeared again. And like I said, I hate waiting. You made me wait an entire day.
Aw, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
An apology. Promise me that you won't make me wait for you again.
But for me, work always comes first.
I'm not asking you to show up on the dot. Just wherever you are, whatever you get into, you tell me as soon as you can. Don't just disappear ever again, okay?
Yes,
All
sir.
right, I understand.
Swear.
I swear it.
Do you want a
No,
pinky
your
swear?
human vows are never reliable. We do it my way.
Are we pinky swearing?
Close your eyes.
Oh,
Repeat after me.
okay. Okay.
I will never make Raphael wait for me.
Okay.
I will never make Raphael wait for me.
Good.
Now I'm kind of curious what the I wish was.
Where did the fish come from?
Aww.
This is a ceremonial vow of my people. Fish are the emissaries of the ocean. If the vow has the blessing of the ocean, then a fish will appear between our palms.
That's so cool.
Don't forget what you said today.
Don't lean into me, bro. Ugh.
Aha! Found you.
You're making me think
How
you're pulling the...
romantic. Sneaking
the
out with a
romantic
twisted
move.
ankle for a date. Mr. Raphael, you're such a Romeo.
He is indeed.
Come on. I'm just trying to escort her home.
Yes, I'm sure you are.
It's getting late. You should probably head back.
Yeah.
I get out in 2 days. Pick me up. And remember, don't be late again.
That's actually so sweet. He's complaining though that the nurse is shouting at him to get back, but he booked himself in. So he's only got himself to blame.
Got it.
Also, stop disappearing on me. Because I don't want to feel anxious and frustrated again.
Aww. That was actually so sweet. Leaning in, thinking he's coming for like a romantic move.
I will never make Raphael wait for me.
I wish that Raphael will reunite with the girl he's waiting for.
What did you... That's against the rules.
But that's a good wish. Although technically he is already reunited with her.
Where did the fish come from?
Excuse me.
This is a ceremonial vow of my people.
I like that option. That was actually a good option. Oh my soul. This mess is 2 hours long. Holy shit. Okay, if I look here, that one's 2 hours. Forgotten Sea is about 40 minutes, and then Sea of Golden Sand is 50 minutes. So we can do Forgotten Sea in this video too. The other one will have to have its own separate video, and then maybe I can then do Sea of Golden Sand and the last 2 anecdotes for Rafayel. Yet again, we're going to be using Lavender's upload for Forgotten Sea, the full myth story. There's an old saying around these islands: wherever the sea breeze blows is under the sea god's divine gaze. The god of the sea demands more devout followers. As winds rise at the sea and the tides pummel ships, fishermen and sailors wear grey garments. Emissaries of the deep sea they claim to be. They construct temples on seaside cliffs, light sacred flames, and sing hymns from dubious origins every day. They say the god of the sea will select his most devout follower among the humans and grant their wish. A gift must be prepared for the god of the sea. Sometimes 'tis a creature from a foreign land, treasure, or even a person.
Quickly now! The sacrifice is missing!
Amidst the storm, the ship has lost its sense of direction. Seawater seeps into the cabin, the corpses around me are stiff, cold. My stomach churns and I do my best not to hurl. Oh,
Lower the sails!
are we part of the sacrifice?
And turn! Hurry! The waves are too strong. Water is rushing in. Half the cabin is already flooded. Now, throw it in the ocean!
They are in disarray and the cabin shakes violently. A sailor kicks away bloated corpses. Grabbing me by the collar, he drags me to the deck. A strange song arrives from the misty sea, bringing with it a faint air of mystique. Like an invisible hand, it calms the raising walls of the ocean.
Fools.
The wind
Any
dies
further
down.
in a storm would be the last thing on your minds.
Before the ship sails away, I am tossed overboard. Roaring torrents drown out my pleas. Help me. Briny water engulfs me. Before I lose consciousness, however, a warmth surrounds me. When I surface, the most beautiful eyes I've seen.
Were you
appear.
abandoned?
He holds an ornate flute. The ethereal melody disappears when he stops playing it. Save me. He sits on driftwood. Under the night sky, he looks at me, the scales on his neck emitting a faint glow. Is he a Lemurian?
Did you ask for my assistance?
He reaches out to me. Yet when our hands touch, fire bursts forth from his fingers. He smiles, proud of his successful joke. My survival instincts kick in, making me clench his hand with all my might.
Release me.
The scales on his neck are raised ever so slightly.
I said release me.
From the depths of my mind, I remember an old story. A Lemurian kiss can let one breath in watery depths. Trapped in the unrelenting tide, I grab him, catching him off guard and kiss him. Damn, okay. Save me. I struggle to keep my eyes open, but I desperately look at that beautiful gaze. After a long silence passes, his voice rings in my ears. Low, soft, almost like he's casting a spell to enthrall someone.
I will grant you deliverance, and in exchange,
Yes.
offer yourself, your everything to me. Become my follower, mortal.
Okay, yes.
Is she dead?
Can dead bodies be used for research?
Her body's warm, and she still breathes. Why won't she wake up?
Did you forget our lessons in the study of human anatomy? They aren't like us.
Oh, must be cerebral hypoxia caused by pressure differences. Let's record this observation in our next report.
If her soul has returned to the heavens, we should ask Rafayel if we can dissect her. The college hasn't had a fresh human specimen for hundreds of years.
Okay. That makes a lot more sense.
She's awake! Her eyes are open!
What is this place? Am I below the waves?
Keep your distance. She bites.
Only if you ask me to. The shadows immediately take several steps back. What are they planning to do? The person they addressed as Rafayel leans in. Getting a better look at his face, I see he is a young, pretty Lemurian. His mouth is swollen and there seems to be a wound on his lips. When our eyes meet, he glares. I gulp, unsure if this Lemurian has any ill intent. Where am I?
A glance would reveal that you are in Lemuria. Treat her wounds and give her clean clothes. I'll inform Elder Amund that we've found my devout follower.
You're my savior, right? I should express my gratitude. The beautiful Lemurian leaves.
Worry not. When Rafayel brought you back, it seems you'd be vomiting bubbles with the crabs for a fortnight.
From her hiding place, a young girl pops up. Curious and excited, she sits by
My
the
name is
edge of
Algie.
the bed.
He's Conch. You're the first live human we've met. Well, they're the ones who swam along the currents, but none could talk like you.
You're scaring her, sister. Look, her hands shake like a shrimp seeing a whale for the first time.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't mean it.
Why? May I know why you brought me here?
You'll know when you visit the temple. It's a very, very long tale. I'll tell it on the way.
Okay. Algie told me that in the deep sea is the forgotten kingdom of Lemuria. The sea god, or god of the sea, lives there. He protects whatever the briny sea breeze touches. His followers include not just denizens of the ocean, but also humans. As such, his most devout follower must gift him a heart, so he has the strength to protect Lemuria and becomes the god. So he has the strength to protect Lemuria and becomes the god recognized by the entire ocean. It's said that the sea god of our generation was born in flames as dusk turned to dawn. Only he can use fire. Indeed, a great flame has burned in Whalefall City's temple for thousands of years. It represents Lemuria in its prosperity and decline. The tome of the sea god states that if this fire were to ever go out, Lemuria shall fall into a deep slumber for centuries. Interesting. So to keep the flame alive, the sea god requires a certain human follower. I'll do not. I always believed it was a Chorten's fairy tale.
We're here.
Who knew?
Welcome to Whalefall City.
Beyond the coral reef is a magnificent city with countless looming spires. Fish and jellyfish float past the grand structures. Impressive and stunning is the city in its entirety. Algae escorts me through the streets till we reach the heart of the city, and from there we climb the stone steps of a large palace. Many spiral staircases later, we stand before a huge door in a circular hall with a vaulted ceiling.
Elder Amund maintains the temple. He believes only the most devout, sincerest worship can awaken the sea god's powers and keep the flame strong.
Why a human specifically? Can't a Lemurian be selected?
Humans are the most selfish, greediest of creatures. Thus, when they offer their hearts, love, even their lives, 'tis considered the most precious form of worship. The tome also confirms Raphael will be the last god of the sea. Therefore...
Interesting.
Conch,
Having called out the boy's name, Raphael pushes open the temple's doors.
I just remembered, I still have a report to write. Farewell!
I wonder why Raphael will be... It's foretold that he will be the last god of the sea. Well, I suppose obviously I'll need to watch to find out. Raphael gestures for me to follow him. Conch said the Tome of the Sea God is here. It contains all of the Lemuria's history and prophecies. In the temple is also the fire, symbolic of Lemuria.
she is most suited to be the one.
Wearing a robe, an old man stands in the middle of the temple. Above him hangs a burning flame. I feel it resembles a sun about to go out as I gaze upon it. What's happening? I hope I won't be tossed into the fire as a sacrifice.
She's the human your quintessence decided on.
'Twas more of fate's whimsy. I wandered about on the earth and became her cushion as she fell.
For now, I shall forget your quintessence snuck out and burned the god's hair. I must ask again, is she truly to be the human your quintessence is bound to?
As long as the sea god's ceremony is assured, I will make her my follower. However, we should remove all her teeth and nails. I worry she'd bite and scratch us if given the opportunity.
Flattering. I don't think that's a good idea.
Once a Lemurian is bound to someone, 'tis impossible to go against their wishes. She will have the power to command your quintessence when the two of you barely know each other. Is that something worth giving?
The light flickers on Raphael's face. Raphael lowers his head and ruminates about his answer. Elder Amund leaves, and so Raphael and I are alone. If you have yet to decide, can I be set free? I promise I won't speak of this to anyone. Though I try my luck, he continues to stand.
The day has dragged on long enough. I'm tired.
He finds a comfortable spot on the ground and sits down. What are you doing?
Sleeping.
Why?
Wake me before nightfall.
Raphael ignores me. He leans against the marble pillar and closes his eyes. The temple is heavily guarded. I can only huddle in a corner and think of the various ways to escape. Breathing like he's got his head on my neck. I wish I could fall asleep that quickly, dear. Is he truly asleep? Raphael? Raphael doesn't react, but then a small blue fish appears and swims around his shoulder. Where did you come from? I have to admit, you're adorable. I poke the fish and expect to receive no answer. Do you know the way out, oh little fish? The little fish swims in a circle and settles on my finger. Do you understand me? Could you show me a way out? Flickering its translucent tail, the fish swims to the stained glass window behind the alcove. Half a day dissipated like sea foam. Why have we returned to these crossroads? Do you lack a sense of direction? Or do fish always have a terrible memory? Twirling its tail, the fish swims into a crowd. I am left behind. Where are you taking me? Ugh, never mind. I'm trying to converse with a fish. After swimming for what seems like an eternity, the little fish stops by a coral reef. It goes into a small hole in the city's wall. Must I actually swim through that? Gloop, gloop, gloop. Alright. I pass through the hole and remove the sand on my knees. I turn around. The opulent underwater city is behind me. Yes! Apologize to your master on my behalf. He is my savior, all things considered. My life on land could be uncertain, but I shall certainly die if I stay within the confines of Whale Falls City with the weird god of the sea. I've yet to think of a proper way to express my gratitude. Should I feed the fishes during the sea god ceremony?
Was it fun to explore Lemuria?
From the garden shadows a voice speaks. Though hard to make out, a person is lying down behind a silk curtain. Raphael?
There is no need to shout my name.
He lifts a finger and the little fish swims around it. Then it transforms into a blue scale that lands on his palm. I was deceived. The fish was of his creation. You planned
'Twas a
this.
test made for you. Elder Amund was right. Human promises are but meaningless words.
When did I make a vow to you?
I told you to wake me before nightfall, didn't I?
He yawns, not upset in the slightest.
Besides, when I saved you from the ocean's clutches, we made an oath. Did you forget? I will grant you deliverance, and in exchange, offer yourself, your everything
Do
to
they
me.
have to replay this?
Become my follower, mortal.
Yes. That counted? You're the god of the sea, respectable and awe-inspiring. Can't you consider my rescue an act of kindness and let me go?
I am not a god who answers every whim. The ceremony is to take place in a month. And as you are aware, ceremonies always need.
Narrowing his eyes, his expression only leaves me with a feeling of dread. Followers, there are plenty on land. The ones who wear robes pray every day to you. They're more devout than me. Scared I am to be a sacrifice once more, I try to
All
persuade
right.
Raphael to consider
Return to me
an
your life.
He holds out his hand as if grabbing an invisible rope that's tied tightly around my neck. Water enters my nose and throat. I am drowning. I swear on my name I'll do anything you ask. Raphael grins. He loosens his hold and I find myself...
'Tis
able
not
to breathe
worship
again.
that I desire. From the depths of your very soul, I seek only the purest devotion.
I beg your pardon?
The tides ebb and flow, and with every setting sun is a moon rising. Till time's end, I should occupy your every thought. You must believe in me alone.
You mean I...
Think of it from another perspective.
He pokes my chest, specifically where my heart lies. He acts as if he is stating
Thou
the
is
truth.
to find a means by which thy heart becomes smitten with me.
Oh wow, okay. That will probably be easy. Find one who will kiss you, even if you do not give them the world. Love a soul that is like your own, that which complements you. Love and death are the most important things in a life. Death is a matter of time, so love with all your heart can muster. Damn. Powerful words. For my entire life, I only thought about how I'd die. My mind focused on escaping that temple and forging my own path. I refused to be sacrificed. I never imagined the sea god to be real, nor we would be soon bound together with a vow. Raphael promised he'd let me go if I became his most devout follower before the sea god's ceremony. This is of great significance to me.
You must keep an eye out. Humans eat everything. Fish can always be on the main course.
We also like to eat fish. What fish do they like?
They also tend to use hot water for their baths.
The horror! With nothing to do, algae gives me a
Do you
tour of the
remember
city.
Lemuria's flame? We call it the sun below the waves. The fire grows weak as seasons pass. The sea god must reignite it during his coming of age ceremony.
I look at Raphael, children surround him, grabbing his hands, making him play with them. He creates balls of fire, their light illuminating every face.
As you must know, we are in the deep sea. Sunlight cannot reach this place, let alone moonlight. Without this flame, Lemuria would be plunged into a horrifying darkness. If we were not able to see each other, we would transform into hideous beasts.
Your worries are unique. Compared to the world of man, Lemuria is a utopia seen only in fairy tales. They could swim freely and resemble humans. As the legends say, love and freedom dictate the Lemurian way of life. They also are not interested in warfare. Their songs, tales, rare shells, and pearls are placed into bottles that could be washed ashore. Their conches are said to store sounds for many years. Mr. Sea God, did you hear what I just said? Raphael doesn't look up. He tosses me a blue conch. Its origin's unknown. Such a wondrous thing exists. What do you call it?
It has no name. Treat it as the miraculous conch of wonders. Take it. The shell will accept all your pointless laments and complaints.
Since Raphael is engrossed in his reading, I whisper vicious words into the conch. You are no god of the sea. You are a god of scourges. May you burn as a sea monster in your next life. A sea cucumber on oyster would work, or... When we depart from the temple, dusk has graced Lemuria with its presence. I gaze at the highest spire on the building where a bright fire burns. Like the sun above, it rises from the east and sets in the west. It has brought light and warmth to Lemuria for generations.
Are you interested in some sightseeing?
Isn't the temple closed off at this time?
Follow me.
He is the sea god, I mean. Rafayel avoids the temple's guards and we reach the highest floor of the spire. I'm out of breath when we reach the highest floor. Exhausted, I suddenly lose my footing and almost fall into his arms. Rafayel frowns. Oh, Rafayel, I'm so tired. Catch me. Do you not like people touching you?
No.
Sorry.
You can hold my hand.
He extends his hand to me. Oh.
But don't hold on to it too tightly.
I gently hold his finger. Truly, it is hard to understand the sea god's heart. Gently, Rafayel drags me to the top of the spire. Below us is all of Royal City. Like golden fog, the firelight enshrouds every build. How beautiful. This is the first time I've seen a sunset.
Is it pleasing to look at?
Yeah. Rafayel's gaze follows the distant lines. He's deep in
Tell me
thought.
of the world on the surface.
What would you like to know? I can't think of anything to talk about. Since I was once a sacrifice to the god of the sea, I spent most of my time inside that cold temple. Lemuria is the biggest, grandest world I have visited in my life. We can visit the surface if you'd like. There are flowers and plants and animals you could never find in the ocean. Have you seen a puppy? You can't say you've lived unless you've touched a puppy's tail.
There are records of them in the college's library. And don't give me that look of pity. 'Tis rude. Can you name even one of the peculiar creatures of the deep sea?
Rafayel grabs a passing glowing jellyfish and motions for me to continue. You're a boring piece of driftwood. What I mean to say is, you've snuck out before, you can do it again, right? Rafayel stops trying to humor me. He finds a spot in the shadows and closes his eyes. I recall Elder Amun's words about Lemurians and one of their weaknesses. Once a Lemurian is bound to a person, they are to obey every command of their master. He's fulfilled every request of mine, right? I mean, he'll. Make some flames. It didn't work at all.
Don't waste your time. One should practice silence when watching the sunset.
Oh, he's so sexy. Don't you want to see the real sun, Rafayel?
I do not.
You know, we're watching the sunset, but we're not watching the sunset, we're watching him. Just saying. You wanted to sneak onto the beach the day we met.
Your tongue barely moved when we first met. Back then, you were rather... This side of you is much more to my liking.
On the beach, we have sea god ceremony too. We play wonderful songs on lyres and...
Were the surface world as lovely as you claim, you'd be elsewhere.
There are evil people on land. Once they learn you're a Lemurian, your tears that turn into pearls would be harvested day after day, endlessly.
If you persuade me to bring you to the beach, you'll run away. Is the surface world sunset different from the one in the ocean?
Honestly, my memory of it is hazy. Oh, you take me to see the sun, and I'll bring you to the festival. What do you think? As Whalefall City darkens, I sense Rafayel is asleep. I lean against his shoulder, my head almost touching his. I feel sleepy. Oh! As days pass, I grow accustomed to living here. Rafayel hasn't talked about needing a follower, and today he suddenly approaches me.
Let's go.
Okay, where to?
The beach. You spoke of humans celebrating the sea god's birthday for several days.
Truly?
Yes.
Under cover of night, Rafayel and I sneak past the guards in Whalefall City and reach the shore. I doubt you had to swim so quickly when a shark chased us.
Two-legged creatures like you are slow and lack the ability to protect themselves. Without me, You won't survive a single day in the ocean.
The waves are calm and the stars from on high shimmer brightly. I take a deep breath, fresh air filling my lungs. See the island over there? The tallest temple is where the emissaries reside. Rafayel looks at where my finger's pointing. In the distance is a brightly lit building.
Have you lived there a long time?
Ever since the emissaries adopted me when I was a child. For a time, I thought I was also a follower of the sea god. As I got older, I figured out I wasn't a follower, but a sacrifice. Something his followers would give to the sea god. Only the emissaries have the right to be the sea god's followers.
Why didn't you try to escape?
Where could I have gone? This island is too small. They'd find me no matter how hard I tried. Were I to become a fish and swim into the ocean, perhaps I'd be successful. Let's keep moving. Basking in the wind any longer might make me catch a cold. After a few steps, Rafayel stops me in my tracks.
You were originally a sacrifice to the sea god. Why are you inviting yourself into their domain?
Before we enter, Rafayel finds some driftwood and creates a mask for me to wear. It fits perfectly. Perhaps with the festival underway, the scent of expensive spices permeates the air. Mermaid-shaped lamps on the buildings burn bright. Beneath the arches, which are inscribed with the legend of the sea god, is a performer playing
Unable to break his vow with the girl and his own burning passion, the god of the sea left the ocean and lived happily ever after with his beloved.
When the puppet show ends, the curtains are drawn. The children talk amongst themselves.
But Lemuria is centered around bonds. Without it, the sea god won't remember or obey her.
What are you talking about? The god of the sea will find his beloved and live happily ever after.
You're also naive.
Huffing, the little girl tugs my sleeve.
What do you think, miss? Will the sea god be with her because he loves her? Or because of their vow?
All those legends of Lemuria are just made up nonsense. Before I can continue, the children start crying. I'm sorry, I didn't...
What about you, sir? Does Lemuria exist? Would the sea god give his heart to a human?
The sea god who has listened to the story, his chin resting on his hand.
He
nods.
would. Lemuria is my homeland, so that is how I know.
I try to cover Raphael's mouth, but he pushes me away.
Huh? What are Lemurians like?
Their tears turn into glimmering pearls, and their voices bring dreams of wonder. Their blood can make one live forever, or even resurrect the dead.
Oh. Damn.
I already knew that.
Lemurians don't fall in love with people they are bound to. 'Tis a human fantasy.
What else?
Are you that curious?
Raphael takes the sea god puppet and the girl puppet the storyteller gives him. He hands them to the little girl. Only then does he notice his companion has disappeared. Perplexed, he looks around. Food stalls, puppet shows, jugglers, she's not there. He lets out a sigh of relief when his gaze sees the market's plaza. Pomegranate wine, the distraction had lured her away.
The young lady there. Inform her that someone is waiting. If she doesn't return soon,
He thinks and then whispers to the little girl.
that person won't keep waiting.
Are you upset I was distracted? Don't be angry. I returned, didn't I? I even brought with me pomegranate wine. It just finished fermenting. We can take it back for
I'm
algae
not
and
upset,
polish.
but
As I speak with Raphael, there's an argument behind us.
Someone stole the pearl eyes from the sea god statue in the temple. You must be the thief.
You're mistaken. The person who gave these to me is over there. I would never dare touch the sea god's treasures.
The storyteller points and the guards see me and Raphael.
There, seize them.
will they imprison us? Ah, well, we should start running.
We were careless. Commoners would use coins to pay, not pearls from the deep sea.
I just found them in the sand before we... Ouch!
I grab Raphael and drag him into a deserted alleyway. We are no longer safe here. We must find a way back.
Don't you want to stay?
Raphael interrupts my thoughts. Huh?
If that's your wish, I can distract them for you. In the Tome of the Sea God, the text states I must never go against your wishes. If I did, it'd mean we cannot be bound.
He turns around and kicks the pebbles by his feet.
I need only one follower. It doesn't have to be you.
Aren't you afraid of me telling others about Lemuria?
But you always wanted to live on the surface world, right?
He's confused. I can only shake my head and take Raphael's hand. I don't have a wish. Besides, the celebration is not about me. Rafayel is startled, then under their realistic statues of the sea god, he smiles.
This event has nothing to do with me either.
The thieves are over here! Capture them!
Damn it, they found us. Rafayel pushes me into the shadows and walks onto the street.
Do you all want eyes from the god of the sea? I have tons. Have at it.
With a flick of his wrists, countless pearls of various sizes soar through the air and cascade onto the ground. The surrounding merchants are stunned before they start to fight one another, picking up as many pearls as they can.
It's mine! Cease! None of you can take them! They are only for the emissaries!
The greater the temptation, the less likely humans need to believe in anything, it seems. So it's understandable for the god of the sea to struggle to find a follower most devour in their worship
Sir,
of him.
I don't want the sea god's eyes. Can I get your sea god puppet instead?
Here. Remember to keep them together.
Rafayel gives the puppet to the little girl. He then takes my hand and pulls me into the night. The guards have called for the city gates to be closed and barricaded. Rafayel and I run along the path behind a mountain. Unfortunately, we now stand on a cliff, nothing but the ocean below us.
Jump.
What? Sharp, jagged coral and rock lie at the bottom. A single mistake would be disastrous. Surely, you jest. If we jump, we'll die. Ah!
Not with me here.
Rafayel ignores my protest and kicks me off the cliff. He fucking kicks me like Spartan fucking kicks me off the cliff. Rushing water separates me and Rafayel. The horror of drowning washes over me again. I flail my arms, helpless, trying my best to reach the surface. Rafayel, beneath the surging waves, I can barely see. I have returned to that fateful day when I was tossed overboard. Maybe my destiny is to die in the ocean. Lemuria was but a mirage, a dream made in my final moments because I still clung to a sliver of hope. Frigid, briny water floods my throat. No matter how many gods there are in this world, whether legendary or figments of imagination, I cannot place my faith in them. Even if they are real, why have my prayers gone unanswered? Even now, as I edge closer and closer to death's door, I am alone.
Hold on tight.
A voice speaks beside my ear. I open my eyes and see a familiar yet blurry figure. He tightly holds my hand using all his strength. I remember, although I hoped for the gods to exist, someone has already answered. He says nothing. He cups my cheek and his head moves closer. You should have at least say something before.
If I did, your last kiss would have been given to this generation's sea god. Also, watch what your arms and legs are doing.
I see I'm in Rafayel's embrace, like a hermit crab who's found a new shell. I'm sorry, I left marks on your arms again.
I don't mind. Give me your hand.
Rafayel tosses my mask into the ocean, takes my hand and helps me stand. My body suddenly feels light, my feet landing on the water's rippling surface. I'm able to stand on the ocean, as steady as I do on land. In boundless blue, he takes me to the horizon. Behind us, the islands melt into the sunset's shadow. He gestures for waves to bloom under my feet, sea foam appearing with every step I take. Fish swim, white gulls circle overhead and sing as they land on
We
my
went through a
shoulder.
lot of effort to see the sunrise. Why are you quiet?
No, I've never seen anything this beautiful in my life. I make Rafayel sit down. I let my feet touch the lapping waves. Curious fish circle around us. Rafayel raises an eyebrow. He pokes the fish that leapt out of the water.
As a young boy, my life was no different from yours. The prophecy stated Lemuria was to only have one god of the sea left. My predecessor passed away, and they found me years later, bathed in the flames under the union of dusk and dawn. The deep sea is dangerous. Only the strong survive. 'Tis why I can only go as far as the surface of the sea.
Were you happy? Have you ever thought about traveling to another plane? I touch his fingers, my gaze meeting his.
Who do you think made that hole behind the college?
The sun's rising. The sun breaks through layers and layers of clouds. He looks up at the sky, observing the glittering sea under its rays.
So it is.
Many moons has passed since our last rendezvous to the surface. The deep sea becomes my second home. I'm used to living underwater, or in Whalefall City rather. On the night before the sea god ceremony, as everyone is asleep, Rafayel takes me to the temple. Pulsating in a steady rhythm behind us, the flame burns.
When the fire goes out tomorrow, a new Lemurian prophecy will appear in the tome of the sea god. And when the fire is reignited, the ceremony will end.
Describe to me what's done in the real sea god ceremony.
We sit on my divine throne, adorned with shells and pearls. 100 golden crabs will carry us on a journey to every part of the deep sea.
That sounds lovely, but wouldn't everyone be annoyed?
Indeed. I'll skip the first part of the ceremony. 'Twas only make-believe nonsense. I don't know the details of the ceremony, but it won't be anything like the celebration on the surface world. Every participant will be blessed by the ocean.
Will I receive your blessing?
Tomorrow's blessing will be for everyone, but 'tis only yours at this moment. 'Tis a true emissary of the god of the sea. With it in your company, you need not be afraid of the danger that lies ahead. I also have a question. 'Tis a very, very important one.
Why is it in like every instance that something happens, like these men look so fucking sad? Like they've been deprived of so much in their life, which I have come to realize in some of the memories they have, but they just always look so damn sad, and you just want to hug them and tell them that everything's going to be okay, and you never want to let them go, and you just want to like shower them with love and kisses and ensure they never get hurt again.
Are you willing to be my follower?
Desiring the sincerest worship of mortals, thou must offer an irreplaceable object.
The sea god's heart, mine heart. Dost thou want it?
We're leaning closer to each other, the flame flickers, seemingly startled awake, shadows on the wall tremble and shudder. A few moments later, it returns to normal. I will cut out your heart with a dagger honed, my darling, and in love's name, your heart will become my faith. Your body will be washed clean, shine like a pearl. I will care for your heart till we meet again and you reclaim it for yourself. Damn. Okay. Dream on the edge of sand and ocean. I once had a dream. My feet sink into the sand. Endless is the yellow sky. Plants grow along a dried riverbed. I walk beside it for a long, long, long time. The skin on my fingers is dry, cracked. My feet start to bleed. At the edge of the riverbed is a young man and a giant sea creature. I cannot make out his features, but I think he is taking in the animal's warmth. He appears to be singing a melody. It is strange, alluring, but I can barely make out any notes as his voice is barely above a whisper. I take a few steps, wishing to hear him better. When he looks up, I immediately recognize those eyes. He stands up and reaches out to me, like I'm an old friend returning from a long trip. There's Whalefall City. He points to the bones of a sea creature long dead. In the distance, they rest in the sand dunes. That's where I can look at the sea? Yes. I take his hand. We arrive at our destination when the sun rises. The teen turns to me. A dagger plunges into my chest. Warm blood drips and seeps into the sand. I watch as he rips open my chest and holds my heart with his hand, red with my blood. A tiny flame feeds on my fresh blood. A shiny crystal emitting a strange light rests at the center of the flames. There's a voice in the air whispering. The reason for us to leave the desert is not to find an oasis. We're here for a heart to take it back and make it our worship. That is so fucking brutal. Holy shit. I haven't been graced with a dream for a long time. Why did it feel real? I feel like I'm suffocating, as if my heart had been ripped out of my chest. The miraculous conch of wonders outside Whalefall City has brought many rumors about the surface world these past few days. The sea god's lost sacrifice angered him. In his divine wrath, he burned down a temple to punish his followers. And then the eldest of the emissaries was bedridden and died.
Who cares? Tomorrow will be the sea god ceremony.
What is it like?
I'm not sure how to describe it.
Every Lemurian says 'tis a sacred rite worth attending. Girls wear light, flowy clothes and braid their hair with beautiful pearls and shells. This looks pretty. Will you wear it tomorrow? Holding her dress, Algie happily spins around.
We also prepared a lovely garment for you.
Everyone is going to help prepare for the ceremony. I don't know what to do.
Just stand in a conspicuous spot and then give him your hand.
Do you know anything about the last sea god ceremony? Algie shakes her head.
1,000 years passed since then. My grandfather's grandfather was still a child then.
Algie senses what I'm thinking and grabs my hands.
Don't worry. I heard the sea god's follower will help him see Lemuria's future. The prophecy will reveal the fate of Lemuria. You're free to play with us once the ceremony is over.
Hide and seek, a children's game. Someone you meet, she will steal something of great importance to you. Even if you are blindfolded and tossed into the bottomless depths of the ocean, she'll know where you are and how to find you. After climbing through the temple's window, Rafayel felt a little tired, dizzy even. 3, 2, 1. Ready or not, here I come. Algie was far, far away, a speck in the distance. Rafayel sat down and expected to wait a long time. The Lemurian temple stood at the highest point of a seamount. 'Twas the closest to the sky above. Hence, the first rays of dawn brushed against the spire every morning, and only the spire. Lemuria was in the bottom of a fissure in the deep sea, a place light would not touch. Only a fire provided a source of warmth and light. The sun's rays made him tired. To prevent himself from falling, he touched the flame. 2 flames merged, burning together as if they were once a single blaze. The prophecy stated it would go out, only to be reignited by him. Rafayel frowned and thought, it's too cold and too dark down there. I don't like it. So he asked again, would someone come and find me when I'm hidden there? Elder Amun shook his head. He watched the way the flames flickered inside. He plunged his finger into the heart of the fire slowly. The fire wasn't hot. Instead, it was warm, like the sea baked under the afternoon sun. He wanted to be like those fish that leaped out of the water, to break through the surface and see if the sun was just as warm. He had impious thoughts. Perhaps Lemuria's fire is just a pure imitation of the sun. Look, look, look. Rafayel came to his senses. He took back his hand and picked up the little blue fish by its tail.
Shh, be quiet. I don't want to be found right away.
Aww.
If you speak another word, you will return to being a scale. And a scale you'll be forevermore.
The little fish became quiet and just blew bubbles.
I heard there is a lot of entertainment on land, as well as humans.
Bored, Rafayel played with the little fish in his hand.
You're small. Barely even a bite if eaten. If we sneak out onto the surface world and meet bad people, could you do anything? Be careful, or else you'll be caught. They'll pluck all your scales and remove your insides. Humans will turn you into fish oil for a lamp and...
The little fish bites Rafayel.
bite you.
Rafayel shook his finger from the pane and leapt from the windowsill. Hiding was boring.
All of you are idiots. I'm over here. Try a little harder to find me next time.
He really doesn't like waiting. Today is the day. After thousands of years, Whalefall City holds the Sea God ceremony again. Before the sun rises, the city is already in a festive mood. Everyone looks forward to the ceremony to celebrate the Sea God becoming an adult and gaining the power to protect the ocean.
Can't you dumb sea cucumber? I told you to save a spot for us. We can't see anything here.
Sister, don't be so mean. Your teacher's right in...
Why are you hiding there? The sea god won't be able to see you.
Does it matter? There are so many people. He might not...
Quiet! Here he is.
The crowd erupts into cheers. I look up and spot a huge shadow sweeping over Whalefall City. Tis a beautiful sacred creature of the ocean. It appears to be a whale, yet has a bird's wings. The sea god sits on its back, passing by his loyal subjects before stopping at the gates to Whalefall City. He walks through the crowd until he stands before me. He lifts the veil on my head, then takes my hand. Beautiful, intricate patterns are painted on his body. His eyes are almost smiling, as if he's been waiting for this moment. Inadvertently, I hold my breath. Everyone moves aside, creating a path for us. As we make our way down, every child says their blessings in Lemurian. Gorgeous coral branches are thrown behind us as we approach the temple's doors. The doors slowly close behind us, songs from outside melding with prayers inside the temple. In the dimly lit hall, the fire twists in the darkness, about to go out. The sea god intertwines our fingers, pressing our hands against his chest. I close my eyes, calling out his name silently. I'm willing to give him my heart. I'm willing to give him my sincerest form of worship. I'm willing to have his very being engraved onto my soul as I praise and pray to him for the rest of my life. Soft like a silken thread, the sea god's fire touches my hand. The fiery thread embeds itself into my palm, becoming a line, a part of my very soul. Rafayel, the young god of the sea, looks at me. His voice is like the wind, blowing out the only light in the darkness.
This is my promise to you, for 'tis Lemuria's vow, a bond everlasting.
No one knows what happened that day. Lemuria is plunged into endless darkness. Panic seeps into every part of the ocean. The deep sea is angry. In its wrath, waves slam against the cliffs and rocks fall into the waters. Even that underbuilt temple is turned into rubble. It takes a long time before the sea god walks out of the temple alone, bringing light back to Lemuria. As he leaves the temple, the alcove that once held the flame collapses. The sea god's follower is gone. Bathed in sparks and cinders, he holds a small pulsing flame. It writhes like a newborn. Some said that the flame was born from the purest faith. Some said that the sea god sacrificed his follower to save Lemuria. Different stories, some true, some not, circulated until people gradually forgot about the ceremony. No Lemurians have ever seen the sea god's follower and the little fish that swims around him. They are gone, whereabouts unknown. Only many, many years later than the god of the sea has perished, when the kingdom has sunk to the depths of the ocean, a rumor begins to circulate Lemuria. The god of the sea had lied to the deep sea for his beloved. Damn, okay. What the hell happened then when the ceremony took place? Okay, that was very interesting. To my understanding is obviously we were supposed to be a sacrifice to the sea god, and we were supposed to go through a ceremony to be bound to the sea god, and then in the stories he's supposed to sacrifice her, well, the follower, and take their heart to keep the flame alive of Lemuria. And the fact that this video ends so obscurely with like not much explanation, it just literally says that Lemuria plunges into darkness and the sea god comes out of the tower. Maybe he kind of did a whole hide and seek but never kind of seek kind of thing, and put the mission upon the fishy to kind of like protect her and be like, you know what, just leave. Maybe he didn't want to sacrifice her because he fell in love with her. That's my take from it, that maybe he didn't end up sacrificing her, because if he did sacrifice her, then surely the flame would have relit. But the sea god, the deep sea was angered, and he came out of the temple and everything just plunged into darkness and turmoil and everything fell to pieces. So I personally feel like maybe he didn't go through with that sacrifice like he was supposed to, because he fell in love with her. Same like within Zane's story timelines as well, where he's supposed to get rid of her because she's a variable, and he doesn't because he fell in love with her, and so he gets punished for it. I sense a recurring theme amongst the men. I really enjoyed the Bond memory. I enjoyed this myth, so I'm excited to see what the other myths are all about. I'm quite curious to go into that myth that's freaking 2 hours long. Damn, that one's going to be a long upload. But I think in the next video we're quickly just going to jump into Zane's third myth that I missed. I completely forgot about the third one. I'm sorry about that. So we'll jump into that one in the next video quickly. But that is it for this video. Our first little dive into Rafayel. I got to learn a little bit more about him and kind of like how the whole, shall I say, how the whole culture of the Lemurians go about and what they do to keep living, and you know, with the prophecies and all that. So that was quite interesting. But I'm going to leave that there. You guys know the drill. Like and subscribe, and then I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!